it's marriage and family therapist, Dr. Becky Whetstone. And when I'm working with couples, one of the things that they will put on their paperwork 9 times out of 10 is that they're having communication problems. And so today I'm going to show you what's going on when a couple is having communication problems, or maybe better put, I'm going to explain why couples fight. I'm going to explain the dynamic by drawing it on my Microsoft whiteboard. Okay, so I've got my little stylus and here we go. Okay, this is what I want you to understand. Is that we've got 2 people in a relationship, okay? And the reason I'm drawing their bodies round like I am is because inside this person's body is loads and loads of toxic shame, okay? And toxic shame is the idea of I'm not good enough, I'm defective, there's something wrong with me, I don't fit in, that kind of stuff, okay? And so that whenever we are, all of us have it, I believe, and whenever we have anything in our childhood or throughout our life where somebody complains about us, criticizes us, it creates one more little toxic shame wound, okay? Because if someone says, Becky, your house is messy, my brain's gonna hear, Becky, you're not good enough, Becky, there's something wrong with you, okay? And that's toxic shame. So, you know, when you're growing up and you're a child, you take on lots of toxic shame because the world expects a lot of us, and we decide pretty early on in life that I can't be this perfect being that the world wants me to be. I'm just not good enough, okay? So we're carrying this load of, it's kind of a secret that we carry inside our body of I'm not good enough. So now we got 2 people that are in a relationship with each other and they're full of toxic shame. And so one spouse doesn't mean to harm the other person, okay? They may just be making an observation like, gee, you've been taking a lot of naps lately. But what this person hears is, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough, I'm defective, there's something wrong with me because I've been taking a lot of naps lately, okay? And so what they do is their whole body, when that happens, gets activated. And if you think about the nervous system, like right now, I'm in my parasympathetic nervous system because I'm very calm, okay? But if someone says something to me that hits one of my toxic shame wounds, I'm gonna have my sympathetic nervous system activate, okay? And we call this getting activated. It's like all of a sudden your brain hears a survival threat. It says, I'm in danger, I'm under attack. Even though the person just said, you've been taking a lot of naps lately and your life really isn't under threat, your brain thinks it is, okay? So all of a sudden your heart rate increases, alarm bells are going off inside of your body. And so the survival threat is triggered. And when that happens, a person goes into fight, flight, or freeze. Fight, flight, freeze. Okay? And so when a person goes into fight, flight, or freeze, literally, it's like your IQ drops, your age level drops, and we digress or regress down to about a 14-year-old snarky teenager. And that's where the response comes from. If this person's more of a fighter, then they're gonna have a trauma reaction. That's what we call it, trauma reaction, where they say something snarky, nasty, ugly, F you, whatever it is they say back to their partner, okay? Or if they're a flyer, they may get angry, leave the room in a huff, and slam the door. Or if they're a freezer, they may shut down and refuse to communicate. Okay, all of those are terribly dysfunctional responses and reactions in relationships, and there's things that you can do about that, and I will be talking about that in another video. But for now, I just want you to understand why couples can't communicate. Because if I come in and tell my spouse, gee, you've been taking a lot of naps lately, and he has a trauma reaction, then I'm going to go in the defensive mode, because all of a sudden he's either coming at me aggressively, he's leaving the room, or he's shutting down. So then I'm telling myself as his partner, you know what? I can't communicate with my husband. I can't talk to him because he's going to have some kind of a reaction right there. And so now you know that it's not safe to try to make observations or have any sort of complaints toward your partner, because they're going to have this reaction. And once that happens a few times, most of us don't want to go there again. So this is the reason that couples can't communicate. There are things you can do about it. You don't have to allow the fight, flight, freeze response to be the one that you use. There's other ways around it. Again, I'll explain it in another video. But for right now, I just wanted you to understand why couples fight. I hope that you learned something from this video. The nervous system has a lot to do with human functioning and why we can't get along with people. It's so important to do the work on yourself so that your nervous system is calm most of the time and really only fires up when there's a real threat, like a fire or a car wreck or something like that, okay? We shouldn't be getting activated over everyday things and comments, okay? And so there's work to do. We're gonna do the work. I thank you for watching this video, and I hope you learned something. Take care. This is Dr. Becky Whetstone, and please like and subscribe to this video if you like what you're seeing and you want to know more.